Welcome to Eugene Cannabis TV. We're on site with our friends at the Cannabis LLC in Springfield, and that's at 1936 Main. And if you have a card, I definitely come on by and check them out. But we got the camera in the back so everybody can see what the heck goes on behind that closed door, you know. So we got Anthony here, and Anthony, how long have you been with the company?
I've been with Cannabis LLC since October.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Excellent. Yeah, and did you ever think you'd be working, selling pot legally?
I had always envisioned it. It's something that I always wanted to do, and just was able to get the opportunity and took it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's me. You know, I'm a legalization and activist, and this medical just kind of came along, you know, and now, I mean, I'm just constantly amazed over and over and over again about how it's helping people, different things are helping people, you know. Yep. I tried a topical salve that works, lotion works incredible. My wife is not big on pot. She believes in that one. Yeah, so, you know, it's cool. Definitely. So, anyway, so we're inside, we're actually in the, what do you call it, the sale room?
We're in the bud room.
Bud room, I was going to say bud room, yeah. So we're in the bud room, and now you've got containers sitting back here, and then you've got samples in the case. So, oh, I see. They look in the case and tell them you want that, and it's all labeled, and so you pull it out.
When they come in, they can look at all the display, and they're organized by what shelf they're on. And then whenever they make their selection of what they want, we come over here and we grab them from these jars, and we weigh them up and bottle them up for them.
Excellent, and everything's tested. I think everything's labeled as to what the percentages of THC. What's the highest CBD strain you have? What's the rating on that?
Right now, our highest CBD strain is the ACDC, and that's 18% CBD and 1% THC.
Wow, that's excellent. And that's the properties that are, I guess, the main medical component. Was that a correct statement?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, and that's incredible. And that is developed because of the medical marijuana patients and the medical marijuana law. So it's just amazing. I get people calling me on my normal line, and people that have never thought they'd ever had anything to do with marijuana, they got a medical problem and they find out that pot helps them. And all of a sudden they're advocates, you know, and so, but they're feeling kind of nervous about it because it's kind of like pseudo-legal, and so everybody, and plus it's been illegal so many years, you know. It's like a friend of mine, mother died, horrible pain and cancer, and he couldn't get her to try it. She said, no, it's illegal, no. She's dying. So anyway, so how many, you know, I was going to probably wouldn't know offhand how many strains you have, but I mean currently, but you probably don't have
right now actually, yeah, we have between 70 and 75 strains.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. Wow.
And flower.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now there's all different kinds of edibles and different products too, and I guess the best thing is just maybe just you know, look along, and most stuff's self-explanatory. What's in the little buckets up there, the pink, the blue, I mean?
That is a glass cleaner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've always used alcohol and soap.
That's what I used to, yeah.
The only thing is you can't rescue any of the proceeds, but okay. Well, that's good though. I heard that I understand they got products for that kind of thing. It's like tools. I've always said if you got the right tool, it's always amazing how much easier it is to get the job, or how much easier to get the job,
absolutely.
You know. But so anyway, we also have Marcus here, and we appreciate both you guys coming on camera and such. And I was wondering, now I would guess you're rolling, pre-roll. That's right. I was going to say, well, you don't call it a joint; it's a pre-roll. So you're rolling pre-rolls, am I right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Rolling doobies.
Okay. Yeah. And you don't have training wheels? You're doing it with just?
Oh, I've got a great set of training wheels actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We've got a little box for.
Oh, I see, and it loads them right up. Oh, okay.
You stick the cones in there, and then you spread the flour over it, and they fall into the cones. And then take the cones out, make sure they're packed evenly and nicely, and then twist them up.
And we get these from the company Raw.
Oh, okay.
And the cones come pre-tapered actually.
Wow. Interesting.
To fit that little device, it's pretty nifty. It makes. If you don't get disturbed, of course, about 34 doobies in an hour.
Wow, that's incredible. That's what I always like about Hempfest. I always say the Hempfest is like a trade show, you know, and if you're really into cannabis, I can't imagine not going to a Hempfest, because you'll see stuff you've never seen before, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And in some cases you haven't seen since. You know, a product I always thought was really a great idea, and it just went away. They used to sell a neoprene cap that went over the mouthpiece of your glass piece.
Okay.
And it had a screen in it.
Huh.
Screen never got hot.
Okay.
You know? It was brilliant. They sold them every kind of color you could imagine, but I don't know, I guess they couldn't keep it up. So, and then the other one's a Vegapipe. You ever heard of the Vegapipe?
A what kind of pipe?
Vegapipe.
I don't think so.
It's a piece of tubing and a little straight rod and a 45 caliber empty cartridge. And you take your fruit, apple is the best one, but you take the fruit, take the cartridge, and use like a cookie cutter, cut that out, and then you cut the hole, and anyway, you use a piece of fruit for a pipe. You know, that's a cool idea. Yeah. So we got lighters, and now, and the red, oh, those are the containers for your pre-roll. Yeah, for the pre-roll, okay. Yeah, interesting. And then, so this is the checkout area where they got the 2 registers, and I guess let's swing over to the other section. So we're standing in front of the clone rack. That's what I call it. That's right. Yeah. And this is really great. Beautiful little plants. It really is a beautiful plant. I mean, take a look at these. You know, and these are just babies and getting ready to start now. On the they have a bulletin board here beside the clone rack that shows what strains are available. So a person can walk in to check out the strain, see if they know what they're looking for, they know what's on hand, what's available. And if they, at the same time, these gentlemen can give them some advice on which way to go. Some plants will have higher THC or CBDs or whatever they prefer. So, anyway, and then you clone, and I can't remember. Okay, no, never mind. So anyway, I've done the clone process quite a few times, and I've always said I could never figure out why when people make clones they don't make a few more, because it's so easy to make, and you're already set up, man. Make as many as you can. I don't know what you can do with them, but you got to get them out there, you know. Plant them in your local park. So how are you say right now? Are you just kind of standard about what you usually have, or a little?
Yeah, usually we.
Because I know it varies.
Usually we have about 3 or 4 flats on hand. Mm-hmm. Each flat is 18 plants. Yeah. Okay. So each one of these is a flat. So usually we have between 7 and 10 different strains. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's what I made about the cannabis picture in general now. You know, in the old days, you take anything you could get, you know, and now you can, I mean, really have a choice to pick it, you know, and wow. So progress is great. So anyway, we'll move down to a little further and look at the main display cases and the medibles. And now we're looking at the medibles, and what a selection of the medibles. This is incredible. Marcus pulls some out of the cooler for us, and this is a Casey mint cookie, and
call that one a coma brownie.
Brownie. Oh, okay. And a brownie. Here's a nice cookie. Lemon haze cookie. And we got candy. This is made by Coma Treats. Coma truffle. A Coma truffle. And then this is cool.
Tiger butter.
Tiger butter cookie. Wow. So if you want some real tasty stuff, to give it a shot. That's just great. And then the soft drinks. I asked about soft drinks, and sure enough, they got them. Ripped City, and these are made where now?
Portland, I believe.
Portland, yeah. It's great. So yeah, homegrown or not home. Well, I don't know about homegrown, but it's homemade, I guess you'd say. Yep, Portland definitely. So, and this is root beer then, huh? Oh yeah.
I would say.
The different
root beer is probably their top selling flavor.
Oh.
And these are all close, if not right on point, to their original soda counterparts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, and there we got orange, extra strength. The orange is extra strength, or the?
These should all be extra strength, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess so. I guess they all say it. Yeah, here's Dr. Green. Oh, I like that, Dr. Green. Yeah, wow, that is incredible. So you got soft drinks, you got candies, cookies, and oh, and here we have gumdrops, I guess, lemon drop, all kinds of. In fact, those look just like the ones I had at Winco, the raspberry candies, huh? It's amazing how they're making stuff look pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's great. Now, and you know the THC of each one of those, right?
Well, these are going to be these are non-medicated displays.
Oh.
The actual product is going to be 100 milligrams of THC in this smaller bottle.
Right.
That's $15. And then this would be 250 milligrams of THC for the entire bottle for $25.
What's your guys? What's your opinion on how medibles ought to be marked for safety for children? Where are you at on that, and what do you do, and what just comments in general?
I stopped by the meeting at the fairgrounds pretty briefly, and they were talking about that. Gosh, there were a lot of viewpoints that I really liked concerning that. One being that one gentleman said that I don't really see the point in, like you said, putting THC on absolutely everything I eat. I don't need it on everything I eat. And he said that if you really want a medible, you take a little bit of RSO, squeeze it out onto a chocolate bar, and then there's your medible. And I thought that was pretty funny. But to be honest, I would really like kids not to get into a coma brownie.
Oh yeah, well yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's been a real contentious thing in Salem now. That's what they're talking. That's one of the things that some are trying to pull. Trying to prevent is packaging that will be attractive to kids. So in some ways, it seems kind of how are you going to do that? But at the same time, we definitely don't want an accident. So it's
going to require a lot of responsibility, and that might mean paying more for extra packaging and childproof packaging, and that might be something that we'll have to pay out of the gate just to get this this ball rolling, because eating cannabis is still a very effective way to be medicated, and if some folks can't eat it unless it's in something familiar or something that they're also going to enjoy. I think that should be enough. Are
you referring to juicing juicing the leaves or
not necessarily juice, but I guess eating the the medicated like the extract that's in the brownies.
Oh yeah, and so you got and this is pretty pretty much just more of the same. So in there, right? Oh yeah.
Right.
And then we got here we got oh, that's cool. This is amazing. CBD bar. Wow, European dark chocolate, 60% cocoa. That's good. Anything higher than that to me is too much. I love dark chocolate, but not that. That's cool.
60% is too dark. 60%.
No.
Okay.
70 and above to me is too dark. Oh no. I said no. To me that's just that's perfect. I love my dark chocolate, but. So, CBD, 9 milligrams per bar, 9.1 milligrams per bar. So, wow, that's fantastic.
So these are brand new to us from that brand, but they've got really nice products. Happy to carry them. Especially CBD medibles. That's something we've been getting a lot of requests for at the store.
Wow, that is really great. Yes, and then. See, and then what we didn't mention, I just dawned on me, is the other products you carry, the shatter and the different things. And I've always been a little confused too. I mean, you got shatter, and then there's so many different names, and I'm going, what? so anyway, we need to cover that. So let's go ahead and wrap up here, I guess, and let's move down there, and we'll cover that part. What do you call it? See, I know the different names.
Concentrates.
Concentrates, that's right, thank you. Concentrates, so we'll check out the concentrates. So we'll be right back, and you can concentrate on the next, our next subject here. Thanks. Welcome, we're over at the concentrates section, and these are very sweet. If you've never had a chance to try them, I recommend them highly. And the concentrates, what are the names of the different products?
They've got a couple different textures. We've got shatter, snap and pull, crumble, wax, and we've actually got something I've only seen recently, and it's kind of powdery and fluffy, and it's PHO instead of BHO, propane hexane. And then we get some unstable stuff every now and again that goops up, and we like to call that butter.
Okay. Yeah, though you're describing that fluffy thing, my first thought was, look, it sounds like dry ice hash to me. So, it may be compressed, you know. You ever seen a hash made out of dry ice?
I've not.
I was amazed, and it's so simple and it's so effective, you know. But they had to take a regular screen bag, you know, and they put dry ice the size of breaking into chunks about the size of a golf ball and about half of a 5-gallon bucket full of leaf. And when they did it, they were halfway through it, and I was amazed at what came out of it. And I asked them, I said, what, you know, I thought they're using bud trim, you know. He said, no, it's right here. And I look at it, it's leaf. It was all leaf, you know. And when they got done, like they had a stack of, not a stack, but a pile of hash, and it was like that tall and big. You know, it's amazing what they got off of it. And what they really like, a lot of patients really like about it is that you can use it in so many ways. You can put it in your coffee, and you can put it in your, sprinkle on your food, you know. So
I've actually had some patients say that it's cleaner too. They don't like the thought of running propane or hexane or butane.
What they said was that at that point still has moisture in it, and if you were to put it away in a bag or something, it would mold. So at that point, you have to lay it out and let it dry, and then you can put it away. But so anyway, I thought it was a really great idea, because you're not only using what we generally consider to be waste, but anyway, it's a win-win-win. And so now you said, in fact, snap and pull, I think you said, I hadn't heard of that one, I guess. That's interesting.
That one's like I wouldn't necessarily call it unstable, but it requires sort of being cold first. If you want to get like a good break off of it. If you actually want it to break like shatter. Otherwise, you've got it gotta like tear it almost. It's interesting. We haven't had any in a little bit, but it's interesting stuff to work with.
Interesting. That'd be something someday. It'd be fun is to might do a show if we find somebody that's making this stuff and let us learn how they do it. That'd be another great segment. So it's all out there, and if anybody out there knows, let us know and like to do it. You know, we're open. This is all about education and cannabis. So put the two together and call us. So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up here, and so we appreciate it. Appreciate the help and the information. I think we pretty well covered it. They do have some smoking devices here, different glass instruments, and some vaporizers, pin vaporizers. A vendor gave me one last year, and it had the clout tank on it with it, you know, and I really like that. In fact, the funny thing is, my wife loves it. She doesn't smoke, but she doesn't mind me smoking, but doesn't want me smoking in the house because she hates the smell. She thinks it stinks worse than tobacco. So I got that vaporizer pin, and that was it. She likes it because now I can smoke in the house. So she doesn't smoke pot, but she loves it.
Have you or your wife ever tried RSO?
No.
No?
No.
Oh man.
No. But I did try, and I was going to, oh boy, the topical lotion. It's in a white bottle. It's $30. I know you have it.
Misfit Marie's.
Could you grab me one? I like to point that out. I almost forgot about it. But yeah, I met the lady that makes this, and it's called Misfits Marie's Massage Lotion. And my wife tried it, and she's not a big cannabis user, or no, doesn't use cannabis at all. But anyway, I told her about it, and she's had some bad problems with her back and pain. She does house cleaning, so she has a lot of this thing going on. So anyway, I applied it a couple of times, and the pain went away. She's a believer in it, you know. So, and I've tried a few other things, and it always works. So it's. anyway, so that's what kind of things are available at dispensaries, especially at Cannabis LCC. So anyway, if you guys have any suggestions on anything else you want to do or want to see, send us a note in our comments on YouTube, or you can send an email to dankbagman@hotmail.com and go from there. We just like to have more people come on the show, and it's a resource, so let's share it.
Marcus, Anthony.
Thanks a lot. You bet. Big hell, we appreciate both these guys for being able to come on camera and tell all. So, welcome to Eugene Cannabis TV. You made the trip. We're here with our friend Shawn and the Traveler. Shawn the Traveler. Previous shows he was here when he was traveling on the thumb, so to speak. Well, literally, I guess.
Literally, yeah.
And now he's got wheels.
It went quite smoothly when I was hitchhiking back and forth, and then I got the money from the bank from my mom's death and got a vehicle, so now I'm traveling back and forth up here, helping you with the Emerald Empire Hempfest in July, and just passing out brochures, looking for people to visit and contact and enjoy it with, you know.
You bet. Well, great. Well, we're going to do a quick segment here, and I wanted to the main thing I wanted to talk about was our friend, kind of a sober note, our friend Nan, that worked with the Hempfest for several years, was extremely helpful with that, and took us places that we only dreamed of going as past. So Nan, we really hate to see that happen, and a lot of her family is really very devastated. It's very sudden. So, if you knew Nan and you'd like to go to one of the memorials, get a hold of me through dankbagman@hotmail.com. Drop me an email, and I'll let you know where that's going on. So, just again, a quick note: we rest in peace, Nan.
And I give my blessings and condolences to her.
You bet. And she didn't ever want to come on the show, so we haven't had her on the show. Never did get her on the show, but she was an incredible person. And on the happy note, we have an event coming up, and we're sure to let you know about our friend Jerry Norton. He's a vendor at our Hempfest in the past. Well, he's putting on his own event up in Portland, March 28th and 29th, Saturday and Sunday, the Oregon Hemp Convention. And that's 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. and it's free admission, which is kind of a nice note after these business conferences come blowing through town at $300 a pop. This is something a person can afford to go to. So this is.
You should show it because it's such beautiful.
No, well, no, I don't need to because they're going to see it electronically when he puts it on the screen.
Oh, it goes on electronically?
Yeah.
Really?
So anyway, that's the Oregon Hemp Convention, and that's also tied in with the Medical Cannabis Cup also, and that's I think going to be on Sunday at the same location. So anyway, that's something to go to, and I hope to be there at least on Saturday. We'll see how it works out, but something you don't want to miss that.
We'll try not to.
Definitely. And see, also, I want to remind people, remember, in Oregon, felons can vote. Please remember that and spread the word. Felons can vote in the state of Oregon. So here's a real quick story I wanted to do. This is something that I've been, especially since Measure 91 passed, and we've got the tax and regulate in, and the governments are going crazy over tax and regulate, and it dawned on me that, no, I'm not a tax and regulate guy anymore. Now I'm this explains it pretty much here. Texas lawmaker says marijuana should be regulated like tomatoes. This was on KITV.com on March 3rd by Julia Johnnet. East Texas legislature David Simpson is looking to make marijuana as legal as tomatoes and jalapenos. Representative Simpson of District 7 in Longview filed a bill on Monday that would remove the prohibition of marijuana from every Texas law on the books. Simpson's law is not just the first to deal with marijuana. Senator Kevin Elfife and Representative Stephanie Click filed a bill in January that would legalize the use of the plant for medical purposes to treat epilepsy. House Bill 2165 would not just create a new law pertaining to certain marijuana use, it would repeal all previous laws relating to the cannabis plant by striking each reference to marijuana from Texas law. Simpson said the herb would be regulated like any other fruit or vegetable. A tomato is benign. A jalapeno is not so benign, said Simpson, but you don't need a law to tell children not to use too much of it.
Right.
Simpson referenced the sales tax and selling regulations on tomatoes that he believes would still apply on marijuana. However, the strict regulations for controlled substances and alcohol should not apply, said Simpson, just whatever laws apply to tomatoes. The Texas representative said that making the plant legal would save taxpayers and the government billions. It would be a tremendous benefit to the state. It's hard for anyone to believe that the war on drugs is working, said Simpson. We pour billions and billions in, and we're continuing to send more and more people to jail, and we're taking mothers out of their homes and away from their children. Simpson said he has never experimented with marijuana, but he believes the plant should be treated as a part of God's good creation. God didn't make a mistake when he made marijuana that government needs to fix, said Simpson. We should use all of his creation responsibly. If passed, House Bill 2165 will go into effect on September 1, 2015. And that's from a Republican. So my hat's off to the Republican David Simpson. And I wanted to give the last few minutes of the show to my friend Shawn, and he doesn't like the word weed. So tell us why people should be using the word weed.
Well, weed is not, cannabis is the real word for it, and and I believe that cannabis should be used now because weed is a very derivative word, degrading and slanderous name to all of us patients, because when I was younger, if I would have known that weed and grass, this was the effect, I would have been out pulling weeds all the time. So, and pot, the word pot, that's what you plant. What? Oh, 10, 9. All right, well, more about the weed next episode, hopefully.
All right, well, thanks for being here, Shawn, and we're out of here. We'll see you.